Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pro Series. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Allison Eden from New York City. She is a tile maker, and she has a showroom down in Brooklyn, New York. And we are honored to be able to Zoom from her showroom. I actually had the opportunity to interview her a couple weeks ago, and that will be at the end of this video. So after the showroom walk around, make sure you stick onto the video to watch the rest of the interview with Allison. I'm going to admit her into the room now.
Okay.
There
Hi.
we go.
How are you?
Good. How are you? It's so great to see you again.
Good to see you. How was your week?
It's going. It's only Tuesday, though.
I know. Well, it seems like Friday.
Yeah. I'm so glad that we were able to meet up for your showroom because I'm excited to see it.
Right? Okay, so I brought,
Wow.
I can't wait to show you. Can you see everything?
Yeah. Is that your office on top of everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's a super cool building. I want to take you for a little tour of everything. My office is so messy that I hope you can't see what's behind me, or you can. I know that. That's the problem. It's probably the messiest office in any place ever. I mean, my kids come here and they're disgusted by me. but it's like super organized. In my mind, I know where everything is.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Right?
Yeah, that's all that matters. So your showroom's in Brooklyn?
Yes, I'm in Brooklyn right now. We are in Bushwick. It's a very, very cool area. It's a lot like, if you know Miami, like the Wynwood area, super residential, everything's graffitied, all artists, really a cool area.
That's really cool. Yeah, I've never been to New York, so anything you say, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I'll take you on the street to show you that too.
Okay, awesome.
So
yeah, so you can start wherever you want to start for.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So I figured I would show you from my office here. This is my little area up here. So we have a very vast studio.
That's huge.
And we have an upstairs as well, but I'm just going to take you on the floor because that's the most fun part.
Yeah.
Is, where the magic happens. So, okay, so I'm going to walk downstairs with you right now. Maybe I'll do a quick showing of what our neighborhood looks like. So you could see what, what Brooklyn really looks like. And it's actually the most gorgeous day today. So here, we'll pass a few here. How about this one? Valium.
Wow. So are all these ones that you have up on the wall, are they still available for customers to get?
I make a lot of the, we do graffiti on our walls. We just go crazy everywhere. Here, I'll take you. This is all right. So it's garbage day, so you're not getting the full effect, but these are my doors. Right.
Oh, wow.
They're super cool. And here's
cool.
my garage.
Oh, that's really, really cool.
Right. And then here, you want to see, this is very, very cool. This is my car.
No way. No way.
Yeah. Right. This was painted by, or airbrush, excuse me. This is done by Kenny Scharf.
Wow.
He's a dear friend.
That's very cool.
Right. So we really love graffiti here. So, okay. So this is Brooklyn.
Very nice.
It's not so nice, but it's cool. All right.
It kind of reminds me of, there's a place in Pittsburgh called the Strip District. It's kind of similar looking to that. Obviously not to the scale of Brooklyn, but.
Right. Well, as you can see, it's all artists. It's such a cool place. I mean, you're able to just do whatever you want. You could never do that in Manhattan.
No.
So, and it's only a few miles away. So it's, it takes us no time to get here. And we've been in this space for 10 years now. Actually, I'm going to try to flip this. Give me a sec.
Absolutely.
Flip. Okay. There we go. Let me can I turn it this way?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So it's actually very messy in here right now because we just got a lot out. But this is our glass pieces that we've done that are framed, ready to go.
Wow.
We have so many pieces amongst pieces, things that need to get wrapped, need to get moving. And we just don't oh, it's constant in here. Oh, here, I'll show you this wall. Check this one out.
Wow. So
Right?
did you actually have a local artist come in and do all that?
It was just people that, that are here, that are working here.
Oh,
Just
okay.
take a wall and, on a Saturday and start painting. Look at this one.
Oh my. So when you
Right?
do all these tile stuff, are you cutting them all yourself
Yeah. Yeah. They're all cut by hand. We don't use any machinery. We use all domestically made glass. And we don't use any machinery at all. This is like the oldest form of art. It's mosaics, but it's on, I think, another level.
Yeah, it's like mosaics on steroids.
Mosaics on steroids. Yes, exactly. So these are my templates. We have like a template table. So in case like somebody orders, I don't know, maybe I might have made an extra flower. So we just kind of put things that we've made extras of. This is our extras table.
Okay. Do people come in and just get that, or is it like on clearance or something?
Oh no. That means I just never, like, I keep everything. These are like, if we've made, too many flowers, or like, I'm working on a rose. I maybe made too many. I just like to keep them as little mementos. Yeah, no, absolutely. I never sell anything. Like here, these 3 pills. There's 3 of them. You can't tell, they're gorgeous. And they have to be hung up, but of course they're hidden. We just don't have any, much room. These are my control samples of things we need to start working on.
Okay. So when a customer comes in, do they, for the most part, know what they want for the design?
Oh no. Well,
no.
Not really. They normally come in, they're like, whoa. And then, I'll get there. I always like to see how they live or what they like, their color palette. If they have made a Pinterest board or they have pictures of things that they like. And then I go through my boards and I'll say, this one might be interesting, or this, and I'll take out samples, or, you want a disco ball? Let's do a disco ball. So they're coming to me normally when they want something really unique. It doesn't matter if it's very unique traditional wise or very unique conservative. I mean, wild and crazy. That we do it all. Like
that's very cool.
This project's hidden right now. What?
I'm so used to like going in tile shops here that are, they have 7 different colors of subway tile, or they have a certain color, but they're not customizable, kind of like what you're
right. Well, we sell to all the high-end tile stores as well. And we're the option when that person comes in and says, you know what? I don't want the subway tile, or I want that subway tile in pink, and I want something different that my neighbor is not going to have. That's where we come up. That's, they'll be like, well, let me show you this. Something, just something wild and crazy. And, I like to, I really like designing. So, something unique. And I love learning about the person that we're making it for. So I can really customize quite nicely, and give them something that they're going to love. Like, for instance, we're overlapping circles. This is one of our patterns, but, these are, if you can see, we cut every single one by hand. Oh, and, there's a lot of waste because a lot of them break. So that one over there we did for Elton John.
No way.
We do a lot of rock stars and football players.
Do they come in, or do their designers?
No, their designers come in. Yeah, no, I rarely get to to meet anybody. I did do Rihanna's house, and she had like a welcome party, like a housewarming party, and invited me. But this is before I really knew who Rihanna was. This is years ago.
Oh
This is
my. Do
but I
you kick
didn't.
yourself now knowing that? Like,
Yeah, I was like, but it was in Arizona. She's
oh,
the tile, the designer said, she cried when she did her entire bathroom, and it was a big, huge bathroom. They said she cried when she opened the door, and she's having a party and wants you to come. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I like, how stupid of me. This is the way. This is,
that's
so
such
anyway,
a
so
cool story though.
yeah, so I'm just kind of walking you around and showing you what I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
Look at this is pink, green, and gold. This,
that's really
and this
cool.
is going into somebody's home.
So that's the
So
label that you have on them to show them where each piece goes.
what number? Yeah, 10 connects into 9. I make it very easy for the contractor because they get pieces like this and they just slide them into each other so they know. Not everything gets done that way, but when patterns do. This is so pretty. You can't tell
Oh,
because it's just
wow,
it's a herringbone, but look at this glass.
that's amazing.
Is this
That's
the
really cool.
coolest glass you've ever seen? This
Yeah,
is this is going to be a herringbone pattern. I mean, it's just a very simple pattern, but in the most fabulous, fabulous glass.
it really
So
is. So what do you do for each sheet? Like most of those tiles that you get at like a box store, they have the mesh print on the back to keep them together. How are you keeping those together?
I plastic face front mount the front of them.
Gotcha. So
So, and here's,
they still have to install it piece by piece.
no, well, the pieces are like, 14 inches,
Okay.
so they're big pieces that they're installing. So it's not like they're doing individuals. They're going to be installing a piece that it's this size.
Gotcha. Wow.
So this is 1.79 square feet per piece. So let's see. Oh, I got you a window, by the way. So I wanted to show you. I really wanted to show you how cool this is. So we got one and we're starting this tomorrow. This is actually, it's an original window from the Chelsea Hotel, and we've already fixed a few of them. And if you know the Chelsea Hotel, it's one of the most iconic hotels. This is where Sid Vicious and Gary, what was her name? Nancy. Yeah, Sid and Nancy. That's where Nancy died. And so or Sid died, or was it, well, whatever. Okay, so anyways, we're Sid and Nancy did this is Gary, by the way. Let me introduce you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Anyways, we're fixing this window. If you look up the Chelsea Hotel, you will see that there's windows on every single apartment. And they're from 1880.
Wow. So you're making, do you make them all uniformed or make them all?
No, I'm just fixing. Like there's no,
Okay.
you can't see, there's no glass in here. I mean, this is so crazy. I love when we're given restoration projects. So on top of just doing mosaics, we also do, we fix things.
That's cool.
I mean, people come to us when they don't really know what else to do. So we're fixing, I don't feel like we need to switch any glass because can you see that it's not perfectly straight? But I'm just going to put new glass in and make it look pretty. But I think it would be a shame to really make it look new.
Absolutely.
So
Keep it old. Yeah.
I'm keeping it old, but I'm just putting in glass where the pieces have fallen out here, and here, and just Windexing it and making it look pretty. But I wanted to show you because that is such an iconic building in New York, and we're doing quite a few of those. So, and to see a window that was made in the 1800s with the same glass that I basically still use today, and the way they made it is probably the same way I'm going to make it, because we don't do anything with machines. So
Yeah, doing
Um,
it the same exact way they did it.
yeah, these are beautiful. I'm doing
Oh,
these roses.
that's really cool. Wow.
Yep, this will go into a big wall. And this is another wall. So sometimes people don't have dimensions quite when they give us the order. So I'll make the order and then we'll put them into dimensions for them. Or this is how it will ship and the contractor will cut it right on site. So as you see, the colors, they're a lot of, tile stores would never invest real estate in a funky colorway like this. But
Yeah,
you can come to me and you may have that.
absolutely. How do you factor so, like, if I'm doing a kitchen or a bathroom, I always factor about, like, 15% of
Yeah.
extra. How do you factor that in? Because yours is so custom and piece by piece.
Well, I always say 15 to 20%. Some contractors will not buy unless they get like 25%. But I always say, like, don't over purchase, get a little bit more. And if you need, you can just call me and I will rush it out to you very fast. So yes, it's always good to have extra because they have to cut. And something always happens on site, like, wow, we ordered 50, but we needed 70.
Yeah,
So it's better to have a little bit more in the beginning. And then but I try not to make people over order because then it's a waste. They just, put it away.
absolutely. So does that help with your numbering system? So, like, if the contractor says piece 10 is broken, you could make another 10?
Yes, yes. But nothing really gets to them broken.
Okay.
And also I keep the templates in the front. So I'll remember what I made for each project. And then, after 6 months, it disappears. But, for the first few months, I do keep things just so in case there is an issue,
Mhm.
then I can, easily remake whatever they need. We do a lot of diamonds. This looks 3D, but
I was
it's
gonna say
not,
that looks 3D from back there, and especially the
right?
one to
Well,
the
well,
right.
this one's 3D. That's the bottom. It's a bevel of the diamond, but this is the top. It's and then here's
Do you do, like, light fixtures as well?
no,
Okay.
no. Oh, you'll like this one. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Let me go around the table. Oh, look at a little honeycomb.
I like that one.
Look at this. This is a girl and she's painting,
Wow. So
right?
so I see you're drawing on a piece of paper or something behind it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we hand draw it and then we just start to fill in,
That's incredible.
right? Like the detail is like, this is her skirt, her legs,
And you have how many employees that will help you with this?
15.
Wow.
So that is our studio. We have a disco ball.
That's awesome.
Let's see. These are more of the and so everything changes daily. Like tomorrow, you could call me and there'll be something totally different happening here. That's our glass, or the scrap glass, and and then Gary's actually making. We're going to be shipping this piece to somebody. Is
That's very
that
cool.
beautiful?
It is.
Yep. So that goes. We also do. Let me show you lettering. We're starting like, is that so pretty?
How hard is that cutting out those letters?
Oh, it's well, I don't think it's hard, but I bet somebody who
Oh.
hasn't cut them before might think it's hard.
I feel like
So
I'd cut
that's
it and the
that.
whole thing would break.
Right. Well, and these we did it for a casino. These were extra. We mosaic the tops of these.
Uh,
Just had, we always always have a few things sitting around. Um I mean, it's like project upon project, glass everywhere. This is our glass. It's so beautiful. I'll take out red to show you. Like, look at this
Oh, wow.
glass.
Wow.
So we buy glass from all over the country. And
That's awesome.
that is it. That is us.
Well, thank you so much for showing me around and seeing all these projects.
Yeah.
It was cool
Oh my
talking about the
gosh.
background, but it's even cooler seeing the tile as well.
Right. I mean, it's here. I'll, should I face it on me now? Are you done looking?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Let me just turn. Okay. Hi again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so much. I mean, you could look on your website and your social media, but it's so much cooler seeing like it in production, seeing like halfway done and just seeing how you do it.
I think it's wonderful to see the studio because it's, nobody understands what we really do here. Even when I tell people, yeah, we're mosaic artists, they don't understand. But once you get to see, like, wow, this stuff is different. It's cool. We make great patterns. Our patterns are so unique. The artwork that we create is unique, and we don't have a certain style, which is really interesting. That I can lend ourselves to any type of style that you are envisioning.
Hmm.
So, and that's the fun part, because when you get stuck in an era, or, the same thing, then everything starts looking alike. But I mean, nothing of ours ever looks alike.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think that's, like a one beautiful thing that I can, people will they recognize the work? Yes. But nothing ever, they wonder, did she do, it looks like, hers, but it's,
do you,
we change our styles.
do you put a logo or anything on any of your work?
Well, we etch in the corners. I used to not etch because I didn't have time to do etching because there were so many things shipping out at once. But we try to etch in the corners as much as possible. And like when we do murals, I will show you one little thing. Years ago, I was gifted a little box of actual glass from the Tiffany factory, which was in New York City, by the way. And so when we do a mural, I always like to, pay it forward. And I put a little bit of the original Tiffany glass in. Just one little piece will go in,
Wow,
but I always feel like it's good luck. So I like to
absolutely.
give a little piece. And this is all I have left at this point. I used to have a lot, but somebody that was very involved in the Tiffany factory had this box, and they said nobody else in the whole country we would think to give this glass to, and so they gave it to me. And so every time somebody orders a mural, they get a little piece of the original glass.
That is so cool. That's so
They
cool.
don't know that, and I never tell it because one day I will run out, so I don't want to, I
Yeah.
can't really
Where's my Tiffany glass in my
publicize.
mural?
Right, I don't see it, so I just put a little bit, and I just feel like it has a little bit of history as
Yeah,
well.
gives it a little touch.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for getting on this call again.
Then okay, well, I'll hold it.
That's fine. Perfect. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How's the weather up in New York?
Uh well, we're having a blizzard,
Ugh.
like our second one in 2 weeks, so I'm getting a little tired of it.
Yeah, same
It's a
here.
little bit much.
Yeah, it's all ice down here in
By
Pittsburgh.
you as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually went to get the vaccine today.
Oh, did you? The
Yeah,
first
like
one?
I'm not sure like what I'm supposed to feel. Like this is really weird. I'm like, am I supposed to get like sick now? Or I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, the only thing I've heard is a little bit sore in the arm, but that's kind of
I
normal
didn't even
for
feel sore in the arm.
that's
And
good.
it was only by chance. I was like, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. Okay, here you go.
That's
You know
so
what
funny.
like came over me? Ah. So, anyways, I'm like waiting to like not feel good, but I feel fine.
Yeah, it's kind of like waiting. Are you in your studio right now or?
No, well, I'm home. We
Okay.
had to close early today also because the storm was so bad. I really wanted to do this in my studio,
Mhm.
because really just to show you everything, because
Yeah.
it's really just such great eye candy, but there was no way that we could stay there. Like the blizzard was just getting, and I drive back and forth.
Okay.
So I just thought maybe we'll do it, we'll do it here. And I mean,
Well,
unless you want to change it, or you could do a little now and a little there.
that's what we'll do. We'll combine them. I'll edit some of this out and put like different interview slots, and we'll
Okay,
schedule for another time for your showroom.
perfect.
That's actually kind
Okay.
of, it would look kind of cool too, because we're kind of like in
I
an
mean, this
interview
is my
setting.
tile behind me.
Oh, is it like a mirrored?
Yeah.
Very nice. So, how did you and why did you start up in the tile business? What made you start?
So I had no idea it was a tile business. I didn't even know what it, I really did not even know what a tile was. I went to Fashion Institute of Technology for fashion design, and I always thought I would go into fashion. Um, Designing clothes. And I actually was having lunch on Hudson Street in the village, and there was a store, and they were selling glass, and it looked so pretty. And so I walked in, and I just asked the guy at the store, like, "What do you guys do?" And he said, "We sell glass." Okay, well, what's glass? I was in college. I had no idea. So they started pulling out sheets of glass to show me, and I fell in love. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life." And I bought glass and I took it home, and I didn't know what to do with it. I thought, this could be so beautiful as an interior design feature on a wall. And
Yeah.
nobody had done that before. And so I sat with it. I looked at it for ages, and I just kept buying more and more. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to break it now with a hammer, and I'm going to glue it on a board and see what it's going to see what I could do with it. And I put it in my purse, and I carried it around as samples. And I went into a tile store, and I took out my little, I didn't even know they were samples. So I took them out to show them what I had made. And I said, "Could you envision like a wall, or some place to put this?" And they said, "Could we envision it? We're giving you like 5 different vignettes. Go to town and bedazzle, do whatever you want with these." So it became a business. I had no idea. I had no idea how to, I was gluing it on. I was gluing piece by piece with Elmer's glue, just having the greatest time sitting in their showroom. I had no idea what I was doing. And so I really learned, everything was really trial and error. I learned from just I I I got Elmer's glue from like from the pharmacy, and I just started gluing and making shapes, and I created murals, and I was just having such a good time with it. And but I didn't realize it would turn into a business. But I
Yeah.
guess that was turning into a business right there.
Yeah, it's awesome that they gave you that opportunity. They just gave you that chance right out from the
Right.
start.
I mean, literally, I walked in, I'm like, "Could you visualize this? Could you see this on a wall?" And they're like, "Could we ever?" Yeah. They
Yeah,
gave me an opportunity, and it that was a wonderful opportunity
yeah, and
to.
that's all it takes is someone just to believe in you. And then is that how you started getting a lot of people wanting to some of your products and taking your glass into their homes?
Okay, so no, this is even better. So after that, I decided to remember Yellow Pages.
Yeah.
Okay, so I took ads out in Yellow Pages, like from literally from my apartment, saying I was an architect, I was an interior designer, I was a chef, like I was everything. If they're like looked like I could have a really good ad, I was it. I mean, I had no experience. I even said I was a contractor. I didn't even know what a contractor was. So I said I was in the tile business. I took out like 50 ads, and I got a call one day from a Burger King in New York City, and they said, "We're looking for somebody to tile the entire floor at Burger King in a Brazilian wave." Um, but we need it in 3 weeks and we can't find anybody in the tri-state area that would do it. I was like, well, you've come to the right place. I took the job and I did it, and it was beautiful. I mean, I didn't sweat it at all. I actually rented a car, drove to New Jersey. I bought a video on how to tile a floor, and I watched the video partially because it got so boring, but I got all the stuff I needed to tile the floor, and I made this fabulous Brazilian wave all the way. It was on 46 between 6th and 7th in New York City. And it was wonderful. They liked it so much, and they liked having me there doing the floor, that I got free burgers until they tore down the building. Like, the owner was so nice, and he loved his floor.
Wow, that is so interesting.
Right?
So that was your main first big job?
That was my first big job, was from my Yellow Pages ad. Yeah, that was actually the funniest one, because I didn't know how to invoice. So like, I went to Staples, I bought like an invoice book. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I did it, and I had to pay my rent. I had to figure out, like, okay, I have to tile a floor. How hard could tiling a floor be? It was very, very hard, very, very labor intensive, but I did it, and it turned out beautiful. I feel like if you put your mind to something and you really want it to be perfect, you can do it.
Yeah. So now, in your business, are you more residential, or are you doing a lot of commercial?
I do both. I do residential, commercial. Well, I was doing a lot of cruise ships before COVID and a lot of casinos, lots of hotels. I do the spaces we do are the spaces that need a lot, that the wow areas.
Mm-hmm. Like a lobby or something as soon as you walk in.
Lobby art, gosh, anywhere where you want the wow in your space.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of restaurants, a lot of nightclubs, and subsequently I do a lot of homes as well. My homes are very, whites and grays, but then I do the casinos, and they're, golds and reds and oranges. And so that's kind of coming over to the residential side, where people are starting to, well, they're home so much more. So I think they're starting to feel like, maybe I could think out of the box as well. And you know what? We live once. I'll have a hot pink wall. Why not? And so I'm having a lot of fun right now doing a lot of really crazy murals.
Are you still installing them yourself, or do you have a team?
No, I don't install at all. I send installation instructions. I've actually created a way that I could ship thousands and thousands of feet without ever being there. And it comes with a map. Every piece is numbered. Every piece is about 16 inches. So when you're putting up one piece, it's a big sizable piece, and it all interlocks into the next to create the pattern or the mural.
That's very cool. Makes it easier for the installer or the customer doing it.
Yes. And I've been doing this now 30 years. So any seasoned installer has somehow at one time most likely stumbled upon my stuff.
Yeah.
And I've learned over the years how to make it easier and easier for the installer. And so now it's like getting a cream puff, just easy.
Yeah. Is every single one of your tiles custom, or can someone just go on your site today and just buy so many square feet of tile?
So everything is custom, but we do have a stocked program that we created during COVID to keep the studio innovative. We created a line that you could just call up and say, okay, I need 50 feet tomorrow, because everybody's in that Amazon mode. Yeah. Like, click here, buy now, receive it tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. So I've always had that way of thought, fast, great customer service, make it perfect, make it beautiful, make the client happy. That's always been very, very important to me. So we created a line that you can call up and say, I need 50 feet tomorrow. And so I'm starting to stock patterns that I know are very good sales for us.
Gotcha. And that's awesome during COVID because most people are trying to save money and doing all this stuff themselves. So like you with giving the maps and labeling all the tiles, it makes it easy, like a step-by-step process for the homeowner.
Yes. And if sometimes if they can come in with measurements, we can make it even easier by making it made to measure. So there's no cutting at all, unless there's like an outlet or just something funky. But I think that either way, by interlocking sheets or made to measure, it's if they can get it quick, they'll it's something beautiful and easy, and it's just a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely. And you don't just do glass now, right? You do different types of tiles.
Oh, so I do glass, I do gemstones. Glass is my baby, but I've recently branched out into going back to fashion. I've been printing my patterns and my artwork on clothing or on fabrics, and then making clothing. I also came out with a home accessories line. Wallpaper is it is so awesome. I can't even believe how wallpaper is coming back. So I've been doing very well. Sometimes my patterns are so intricate that they're not affordable. They really are not. I mean, they're beautiful, but I just can't do it at a price that can be to the everyday person. And I really want the average person to be able to own my stuff too. And I want to be able to own it. I can't even make half the things for myself because it takes, sometimes they're so labor intensive. I don't have the time to do it, or the energy, or the funds to create it. So I've created wallpaper. I'll digitally print on a project I'm working on that is stunning, and I turn it into fabrics and wallpaper, and I've done some rugs, and I'm just trying to create these one-of-a-kind pieces. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I never see them again, but I put so much love into every single piece that we do that I want to remember them somehow, because no two are ever alike. And I think it's very important to show what you've done, and when you've got a really good one, to keep it and put it on other things.
How big has your company grown as like employee wise?
I keep it pretty like insular. I have about 15 people that have been with me since for at least 15 years. People don't really leave, so it's very nice. So it's like a family. And I work with my husband as well. He's in the business. He does the financial side. He does all the paperwork. He does all the nitty gritty. So, but that gives me, I think it's nice that I don't have to be stressed about those things.
Just let your creative mind go.
Yeah. I mean, poor guy has lost all his hair, probably because of me. But oh well. I mean, he's fine. He's good. I think it's quite an accomplishment to not only employ other artists, but during a time right now during COVID, I've been able to employ more artists in New York City than most other studios in this whole town. And I know so because, I speak to the other artists. What's going on here is very terrible. New York City has been destroyed, and we've been able to stay very busy. And and continue to work and keep going.
Yeah.
So going to the studio is like a little bit of normalcy.
Yeah, I mean, it's all because the residential side, still people are stuck in their homes and they're figuring out stuff that they don't like about their homes. They want to add more stuff. So I think that's a big thing with the COVID stuff. I mean, if you just did commercial, I feel like you would kind of be hurting right now. But
Yeah.
nice that you have.
Well, on the flip side, just for, and this is so important to know, things are opening. I mean, I'm doing restaurant jobs in New York City now. When I got a call from the architect about a restaurant opening, it was like in July. I cried because I was so starved for commercial projects again,
Mhm.
and they started coming back, and now my cruise ships are starting to come back, and hotels are coming back, and I'm so excited when I get a call from one of my clients, like, this, this casino's going, this hotel is, here's your purchase order. The hard work that that you spent years making, relationships with these amazing, amazing designers that I've looked up to for many, many years. So many of them were laid off and furloughed.
Yeah.
These were people that I was like, I looked up to forever about the way they designed, but now they're coming back. I'm getting their calls like, we're back, we're in the office part time, but we have this hotel is opening and this is renovating. So I'm seeing signs of life that I haven't seen in so long, and it breathes life into me because it's been super depressing.
Yeah, we could see that light at the end of the tunnel finally.
Finally, it's just so nice because it's the energy. I feel like the energy is back.
Yeah.
And so
When you do these big jobs, like you said, the cruise ships or casinos, I'm guessing they're not all in New York, like in
oh
travel
no,
for you.
well,
So
there are no cruise ships here. I
that's
mean, they
true.
come here, but they're built overseas.
Okay, so do you ever have to go to that location where they're getting built to see the?
No, I
Okay,
don't go. I never go anywhere. Well, it's easy to to
Zoom,
Zoom
FaceTime.
and show people samples and
Mhm.
email, going back and forth. I didn't really ever have to. I only went to one job, and it was in Alaska. It was at the top of the world, and I had done an entire hospital, and they hired me to do everything because they said that like our colors were so bright and crazy and wild, and we did this crazy wave for them. It looked like a rainbow, and they said that it's in Barrow, Alaska, and it was the Samuel Simmons Medical Center. And I bet you could see some really good pictures if they have a website. I don't even know. It's in the glaciers, and they had me go because the GC was mauled by a polar bear, and they said, we really need you to come up to approve what's going on here because the GC, the contractors need your help. And I thought they were joking, but
Gosh.
5 flights later, I landed in the glaciers to this amazing a hospital. And from the hospital, I met, like, the mayor was waiting. This is like the top of the world. There was nothing going on there. And so I got to meet so many amazing people, and they gave me the one hotel. I did the whole hotel. I did their one community center. So that was my only, and I have gotten other jobs. They only have, it's very, very small.
Yeah,
So
that's really cool though. You went to be able to travel to Alaska to see that at least.
yeah, it wasn't just Alaska, it was the top of the world. I went on a cargo plane. My fifth flight was a cargo plane. I had never
So
been on a cargo plane before.
that landing was fun.
Oh yeah, in like 50-degree below zero snowstorm. Yeah,
I
that
can't
was great.
imagine that.
I've never
Oh,
been in 50-degree below. You have to wear goggles.
really? Wow. I can't even imagine that. I step foot outside now and I hate it.
Me too. I'm cold in my apartment that's like 75 degrees.
That's crazy. Well, this is so interesting. I'm excited. What I could do is I'll save this video, and then once we reschedule to go, maybe like when the weather gets a little bit better, um, have another one of these while you're in your showroom, and you can show us around, and then I could just
Okay.
combine the videos.
Perfect. So I'm in the studio. Is there ever a time like Monday through Friday before like around 4 o'clock? Would that ever work?
Let me see, because I actually have a full-time job, and this is kind of something I do on the side. So, let's see.
Because the studio is so cool. I mean, it's definitely worth looking at.
Mhm.
Um,
Absolutely, I can't wait to see that.
yeah, considering there's so few studios left.
Yeah. I could do 4:30 literally anytime I'm off at 4:30 if that works.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to call me, like you
Okay.
could be like last minute also, because
Okay.
I'll stay. So I close at 4. We start at 7 and we close at 4. Um, but if you call me that the day before, or if you anytime, I am there every day, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
So it's not like I leave too often. So I
Yeah.
can do it any day that is easy for you,
Yeah.
and 4:30 is fine.
Okay, cool. And I mean, if I'm slow at my full-time job, I can maybe try to do 4, but we've been really busy right now because of um I
What
work
do you do?
I work for Dick's Sporting Goods corporate office, and I
Oh,
design
nice.
their floor plans. So there's a
Very
lot of
cool.
stores opening up and remodels, so we've been really, really busy.
Oh, thank God. I
Yeah.
love Dick's Sporting Goods. I have 2 boys that I've lived in Dick's Sporting Goods for
Yeah.
like their whole lives. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we've bought every single thing in this house from I mean they play football, they play lacrosse, they like every single sporting item, and they're sporting boys.
Yeah. I mean,
That's amazing.
I love working for them. It's such a fun company to work for. And it's still a creative thing because I did kitchen and bath design before this, and I just do kind of this stuff on the side now. Because they reached out to me a couple years ago to come work for them, and it's been fun since then.
Congratulations. That's so
Thank
awesome. It's
thank
good to be with a good company like that.
It is.
Wow. It's good to hear they're opening stores. Thank goodness.
They've been they COVID has been so good to them because everybody's working out from home and doing sports and doing stuff outside. Like they have been doing so well.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Well, oh, yeah. I mean, so many stores have closed in New York City. We have nothing. I mean, nothing. It's like terrible. We had Modell's. I don't even know if you know Modell's, but
No.
they closed down. Modell's was like our sport. I mean, it was much smaller, but that's where we would go for all the sporting goods stuff. And then they went out of business, but Dick's was always like that was like a whole family day. I mean, I think we bought everything for every sport every single time we went. So we were outfitted really well with every sport. So,
Yeah. That's awesome.
well, anyway, so it was so nice meeting you, and
Yeah, this was
I
nice
hope it
to
was
meet
a
you too.
okay video.
It was a great video. I liked hearing about this. I was interested in hearing after seeing your Instagram page and your site and everything. I was excited to hear about the background stuff because it's important to put the background and how business came about into the actual product itself. Kind of gives a
Right,
value
right,
story for a customer to a reason why to buy from you.
right. Well, I always thought it was very, very important you need to love what you do.
Absolutely.
And I believe if you love what you do so much, other people might like it too.
Hmm.
And so I always stuck to my guns, and maybe my stuff is a little unconventional, but there is a clientele for everything, and
100%.
that in it's a good product.
Absolutely. And I'm even actually even more blown away that you have like a map laid out with the pieces numbered and everything. That's even because I was thinking, I was looking at some of your designs. I'm like, how she has to have installers to do this for people. And now that you have that map, it just like makes it easy for everybody.
Yes,
I wouldn't
yes.
even have thought of that.
It's because well, we ship all over the world,
Yeah.
so it needs to be like mutually understandable. Like everyone needs to understand.
Mhm.
Even though I put my cell phone on my installation sheets because I if anybody has a pickle at all anywhere in the world any time of night, they can always call me.
That
And and I like talking about it. I
Mhm.
could talk about my tile all day and night. So I get excited when somebody calls me. Okay, we're about to, because I can understand what they're about to ask me. You
Mhm.
know, some people think, oh, it's so expensive and it's so fragile. No, it's not any of that. Just I'll show them what to do, and then they love it. And I've become friends with so many contractors because of that.
Yeah.
That I still, they text all the time. Look at this project I just did of yours, and they send me pictures, and it's very nice.
Yeah, and it's impressive for customers that wanna use them as well, because 'cause they're like, "Wow,
Yes,
they could do that if they could really do anything."
yes, yes. So I believe it, like, to be an installer, you need to be an artist as well.
You
To be
absolutely.
it actually, I always think the devil is always in the details. Like,
Mhm.
my work is beautiful, but if it is not installed
Mhm.
correctly and perfect, it's not so beautiful.
Yeah.
I've seen when people don't put the seams together, or or they haven't even followed the map. They'll put one next to seven, and like that doesn't work. And
Mhm.
so, over the years it's rarely happened, but sometimes people, like, oh, I'm get this guy said he would do it so much cheaper, but then you find out he's never laid a tile in his life and
Mhm.
has no idea. So
Yeah,
really, I feel like,
bad installer can make a great design look horrible. It
yeah.
really can.
So I believe you need to find an installer who's an artist as well.
Mhm. Absolutely. Perfectionist at best too.
Right. And that's, unfortunately, I am an like OCD perfectionist.
Yeah.
So yes, it's like it it shows in what I do, but it's also painful because I'm so like overly, you know, if I don't like it, I scrap something, but something that somebody else would have been like, that was fine. Like it needs to be perfect.
In the same way. The littlest thing could throw off, like, the grout line on a backsplash, if it's thicker than another's, it would throw me off.
Right. That's all I'll see. That's all I'll see.
Yeah, it'll destroy the whole entire kitchen design.
Yeah. One little thing, and you wonder, why didn't the installer see that?
Yeah,
Like, all you had to do was pan it, and that 2 seconds you're like, oh god.
yeah, seriously. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for taking some time out of your evening and speaking with me.
Okay, well, it was so nice meeting you and seeing your face,
Yeah,
and thank
absolutely.
you so much also, and I look forward to talking to you again.
Yeah.